Hello and welcome everyone to another video in the BIM modeling series. Today we will be busy with modeling the walls, mainly in level 1. We will go together through modeling the curtain walls. Also here the wall we have the timber clad. I will show you everything we need in order to be modeling these walls, and in another video we will be modeling the inner walls. So for now, what we have prepared the last time are the grids, and also as I have said, the levels, and we can see it here in the section 1 we have created. As I've mentioned before, the difference here is if you have a level which has a blue color, it means it has a floor plan connected to it. We will see later what it means. But if you see the color black, it means that we can use this level as a support level while modeling. We will just see that in a minute. So in order to model the walls, I would recommend to extend our grids to have a better view, because this will be our basis for modeling the walls. So as we have said, we'll be modeling the outer walls in level 1. So we will be using the floor 1 and also the 3D modeling view, because it's easier also to make sure that we have the right height connected and so on. So I would go to this file, and I can see here that in order to model these 3 curtain walls, we have to go to level 1 and we see the grid. So we can see here that this wall starts at the section point A1 to C1. So in this case, I will go to my file. I will see here A1 and C1. So in order to model the walls, we can go to architecture, we click on walls, and then you see on your properties tab the wall types that we have in our project. So it depends in what template you're working. Sometimes when I'm working in a professional office, you will see the standards already defined in these project types, or if you're working as a BIM manager, BIM coordinator, you will have to create these project types. But for now, in this beginner guide, we will use the curtain wall existing here in this template. So we will click on it, and then we go to A1 to C1. So now we have created our wall at 6 meter length. So now we can click on it and adjust our base level and also the connected height. So we can go to the sample project again and see the properties we have. So we can see here it's the base level is 1, no offset to ceiling. That's it. So easy. So we go to our project sample file, we click on our curtain wall. So we have level 1, we said no offset, so 0. So as you can also see, when you click here a value, when you type a value like 0, you have 2 options in order to accept this value. So for Revit, in order to accept it, you have to go here to apply, click on it. And the easy way is also when you type your value, as long as you go with your mouse cursor here. So when you leave the properties tab, you will see that it will also be adjusted or accepted in Revit. So in this case, we have 0. We said that our top constraint is that level ceiling, and here is what I've meant before. So you can see here level 1, for example, and the floor plan, also level 2, and also here now you see that levels with the black color. So now we have the ceiling, the roof line. So in this case, we see, please Revit, we need our walls to go to the ceiling level. Now when you check in the 3D tab, you will see here now these walls. If you have this section box activated, make sure this will be, that this is deactivated, that you can see your objects. And now if you want, you can also make sure that the grids are visible, and for that we will go to view, visibility graphics, and then annotation categories. And now the grids, not the grids, sorry, I mean what I want to mean is levels. So now we get the levels, and now here you can see that this wall have the ceiling level, which is here as the top constraint, and here you can see now that this wall is connected to the level ceiling. So for now let's see the next walls. So now we have to make sure to see the length of it. So the next wall would be here, this one. So it goes from A1 to, let's say, A5, and the next wall from C1 to C5 also. I mean, we can see here that we have a bit of a difference, but we will do that in the next step. So for now, we'll go to this one, I mean to my file, level 1, architecture, wall, make sure that I have chosen the curtain wall. Now we place it A1, and we set to A5. I mean, now you see here also the value in the properties tab. So in order to avoid every time changing it, we can also adapt the value before modeling our walls. So now I can say it's level 1, no offset, and now level ceiling, accept. So now when we model our wall, you will see that the value will be saved. So A5. And now when I also want to create the other wall, you will see that this value will also be saved. So it will save you time when you are modeling the same, I mean, when you are modeling with the same values over and over again. So now that is now have been modeled. So let's see now here. So the next type would be the timberclad, and the timberclad is going from 5 to 6, and then we have again our curtain wall from 6 to 7, and we also have our location line is still the wall center line, which means that this grid is going through the center line of the wall. So I will go now back to my project, wall. So instead of curtain wall, now I'll choose timberclad. We have level 1. So as you can see here, it's still saved, and I will be now modeling from 5 to 6. Escape. Now again, wall. Now choose my curtain wall, and I will go from 6 to 7. So now in my 3D view, I can see here the elements I have. So let's go back again to the sample project. So now at this wall, we have from C5, basically, from C5 until G5, and it's also here the same. Let's also check the values of the walls, of the wall, of the timberclad in this side. So now we have level 1. Instead of no offset, we have an offset of minus 1 meter, 0.2. Now we have here 300 millimeters. So we have to make sure that we also adapt to these values. So now I go to my project, level 1. So I go to C5. We said from C5 to G5. I will now choose not curtain wall, but timberclad. And here we said minus 1.2, and here I think we have minus like so, and here we have minus 300, and we will now choose not center line but as finish face interior, and now finish face not interior, but in this case finish face exterior. Now when I model, so no, we were right before. So now when I choose finish face interior, you will see that the interior so now to this location line, you will see that it makes a difference from where we start. So now I have created the finish face interior. So now when I start from G5 to above, you will see that the interior side of the wall is faced now to the inside. So let's make sure that this is the case also on this file. Yes, so now we go here to G5 to above, click on go. Now also we have the same, so now we see that if we start from the bottom, we have the opposite side. So now we will start from above, down, G5. So now we have created these two walls. Let's see also these sides. So we go to the sample project again. So now we have in the grid F a curtain wall again. It's from level 1 living room now to ceiling with an offset of minus 550. So we go back to our file, level 1. We'll go again, walls, curtain wall. Now we have said we choose the living room, but now as I see here that we don't have the level living room. So maybe from the last video we didn't create that level. So let's check here in the we'll say let's take a section, because in the section we can check the levels. So now we have this level here, level 1 living room, minus 550. Let's check if we have this one our project. If not, we have to create it. So I go again, section 1, and oh, so we have it actually, but in the last video we didn't really rename it. So now I will rename it. Instead of living 10, it will be level 1 living R, so for living room. So now I will go creating the wall. So instead of level 1 now, we will go to living room, no offset to the ceiling, but here, as I remember, we have minus 550. So create it now. I think we'll have to also to choose, no, it should be, everything is correct. So, like so. Now we check again about the other walls. So here in this case, our Timberclad just goes almost here, and then again we have a curtain wall. So let's check this length. So we have about 1 meter 380. That's fine. So the best way to do it, and I would recommend to create the curtain wall here. So now I will go to level 1, curtain wall, just to 1,380. Let's also check the values of the parameters we have, because this I didn't check over here. So it's level 1, and now it goes to the roof line and minus 300. So also go to the roof line. This one was level 2, so these two walls go to the roof line. So now I go again to my project, this one, and this wall. So this goes to the roof line, and I think, let's check again. Yeah, so it's this wall goes from 6 to 7, fine, and minus 300. So instead of ceiling, now this will be roof line minus 300 offset at the top constraint, and here also minus 300. And this, now we can also make it longer if we drag it from this point, but I would say the clean way would be to activate this tool, align. I will choose the grid of the wall, here the face of this wall, and it will be dragged to the exact position without leaving here like a difference. So for this video, this will be enough for now, and for the next video we will go through the ceilings at level 1 and level 2, and then we will also make sure that we be modeling the inner walls and also the outer walls of level 2. So thank you very much for this video, and see you in the next one.